It's Fossil Friday. What's up, Gunpla fans? This is Joey Gunota here with Fossil Friday. Today we're going to be looking at the 1 to 144 scale Epyon, circa 1995. Overall, this kit isn't too terrible for its age. All the details are present that you know and love from the animation. In fact, there are a few extra bits here and there. Plenty of panel lines to darken up and make it look really nice. It's also a painter's dream. Lots of little details here and there to paint up, especially the trim around the wings, and the white on the chest, and the gold. The articulation for this kit is very rudimentary. The head cannot even turn 360 degrees because of the shoulder and the massive chin. The arms, however, have decent basic articulation. Single elbow joint, and thankfully you can move those claws out of the way for moving the hand and any accessories. The side skirt is the only one that moves, barely. The front and back are stationary, which greatly hinders the hip joint, very basic knee joint, and the foot only flops down due to the transformation. A little bit of side-to-side motion there. The wings will flap up and down, rotate, and will go up about that far. You can actually get some pretty decent poses out of the wings. As for accessories, you get a deactivated beam saber, which will attach to the hip on the charge rack. You also get an activated beam saber, very large blade, pretty detailed, and fun to paint. He holds it pretty well as long as you get that giant claw out of the way. The shield is rather disappointing. Absolutely no detail on the back of the shield at all. There are several segments to the whip and a polycap to connect the tail to the shield itself. The couple of joints in the tail allow for a little bit of movement and some, expression with that. However, the polycap that is attached to the shield is rather loose. Even though it is glued on rather tightly, there's just not enough grip or tension there to keep the whip in a stable position. As you can see, when you stretch the arm out all the way, if you don't have the tail kind of latched on over the top of the tip of the shield, well, it just sort of flops. Now for the transformation. Yeah, this kit transforms. Kinda. Take off the back skirt. There's two panels there. If you've painted or top coated the kit, those pegs are going to be in there pretty tight. It's a plastic on plastic joint. Be careful not to snap those pegs. Then you throw the legs over the back like you're doing yoga. Then you reattach the butt plates in a different configuration, so they're sort of folded outward, or at least that is the appearance they give off. Go ahead and pop off those hands, adjust the claws and the arms, attach the shield between the legs there, giving it a nice tail look. Make a couple of aesthetic adjustments here and there. I like to pop the side skirts out as much as possible and flare out the wings. And there you have it, a dragon, sorta. Now, a neat little trick that I discovered long ago is if you take one of the blades from the buster shields of a 1/144 scale Death Scythe or Death Scythe Hell, carve it out a little bit, you can actually attach it to the deactivated handle, giving the Epyon a much more proportional beam saber rather than the fully activated version it normally carries there. Overall, this kit isn't bad. The proportions and details are pretty well represented. It's just the articulation that's pretty bad. It's a great kit for beginners or Gundam Wing fans overall. Well, that's it for me this time. Until next time, happy building and be good to each other.